Welcome back to another episode of Overweight and Underpowered. In this episode, we get our rig weighed. We've just brought our rig up to the tennis courts here where we've got a mobile weigher to come and chuck her on the scales. We'll give you a good tour through the ute and a little bit of a tour through the caravan. If you're just interested in the weights and you don't want to hear us waffle along, just jump ahead in the video about 17 minutes. If you want to check it out, stick around. G'day ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel.
G'day guys.
Overweight and Underpowered. Just to give you a bit of context to our channel, we're just two twin middle-aged muppets that have decided life's too short and it's time to chuck in the towel and quit that thing we call work.
That stinking thing.
And take off around Australia and just live a bit of life. Because life is too bloody short. Get out there and do it.
We have been touring around SA for quite a bit.
Yeah, if you like that sort of stuff, jump back, check out our previous videos. Overweight and Underpowered.
But now it's time to check out some other states.
Yep. So we just decided to come and get weighed again because we changed vehicles from our original setup because that was okay, but it just wasn't going to cut the mustard. Not for what we wanted to do, so...
Give them a bit of rundown on the old Colorado.
The old Regus Maximus. Holden, Colorado, 2017. Bull bar, canopy, solar panel on top, couple of roof racks, drawer in the back, dual battery in the back, inverter in the back, and the list goes on. All terrains, aerial, pretty stock standard. We've deleted the back seat and put a dual zone 75 litre fridge in the back. We'll show you that stuff in a minute so you can see what we're working with.
And the van, what's happening in there?
Jayco Journey 1961-3 was a double bunk, now a single bunk because we've taken that top bunk out to give my bulging belt line a little bit more room in the back.
Yes, we don't sleep in the same bed. Would you want to sleep with this bloody thing? Jesus.
We're not, you know. All right, come on, I'll give you a bit of a tour. As far as we know, we've got most of the gear that we need to live on the road because we are going to be living on the road for the foreseeable future.
Full time.
Renting the house out, so there's no coming back in a hurry.
No, you can't just knock on the door and say, I've had enough. I want to come back into my house.
Yeah. So
I don't think they'll like that.
I don't know.
Especially
Might sneak back in. But yeah, for the foreseeable future, we're going to be on the road, so we've decked it out as much as we can, or as much as we know we can. We're only amateurs, so we've done what we can. Hey, and if it doesn't work, we'll fix it on the road. I'm sure there's plenty of things that we forgot, and we'll just modify it as we go. Yeah, I'll give you a bit of a look in the back. We'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll go on a bit of a tour and show what we're working with, and we'll get old mate to weigh this pig.
Yeah. All right. You can see in there, 75 litre dual zone kick-ass fridge freezer.
No back seat.
No back seat. We've got a platform in the back seat, not that you can see it from all the crap that's in the back.
We've got the footy.
Oh, have a look. Got some filming gear, King's compressor, that's a heavy bastard. Tools, a little custom cup holder / bottle holder that G-Ham's made up. And I'll put the camera for the front in there, so I can just unplug it and throw it in the back. There's a heap of stuff on the other side. She's loaded with bits and pieces. We might have to do some mods yet. Not sure.
But we are living full-time in this thing.
Yeah. Caravan, Jayco Journey Outback 1961-3. A couple of small modifications on this one. Just put a frame on the front. I've just fabbed up a frame to hold a bin bag and the diesel heater tank.
So the bin bag, we don't usually use it as a bin bag. We use it as a slullage.
A slullage?
A slullage. A slullage.
Yeah, what?
Slash grey water slash...
Yeah, we've got our water hoses, grey water, extra grey water hose, all that sort of stuff. It's just sitting in the bin bag. It's nice and light and it's easy. You don't have to put your stinky schwacker schmucker bloody sullage hose in the tunnel boot. We just keep it in there. Pull it out, plug it in. Bloody good. We did want to go toolboxes, but this Jayco Journey, being the 2018 Outback, has only got the piddliest little drawbar. So putting toolboxes on starts coming pretty close to the ute and starts putting too much weight on, and we're going to be pushing it as it is, so we need to watch our weights. As well, on this Jayco Journey Outback, it doesn't have a grey water tank. It's got two 90 litre tanks, I think.
Well, it does have a grey water tank now.
It does now. I've actually installed one underneath. I think that's a 100 litre grey water tank.
Yeah, 110 I think.
110. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, this Jayco Journey Outback is 100% stock, except for the diesel heater. and that grey water tank and the frame on the front.
Well, you say stock, but I deleted the bunk and turned it into a single man's quarters.
So it's not exactly stock anymore. Let's have a look. Follow me. I'll just let that go bang. Jump in and have a look.
East-west.
Yep, east-west bed. Standard equipment in here. TV's on the bed, can't forget that. Fridge, freezer. It's full of gear at the moment. We didn't have much to put in the freezer at this stage, so I'll put some actual weights from the house in there. Got like 10 kilo of weight in there, so we'll see how that goes.
Got Blue Eddie sitting down near the fridge.
Yep.
That's probably about 13 kilos or so.
13 to 15 kilos, the Blue Eddie power station. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, this Jacko journey has been turned into a single man's quarters because we deleted the top bunk. So that actually takes a little bit of weight out, but I add a little bit of weight into it. Alright, unless you can think of anything else.
We've also got the ensuite.
Yep, been a 1961 3.
Travel bucket. Showers in there where you travel. We've got a shower nozzle anyway. That's it. All our junk's in there.
Yep.
And we're pretty much
standard. The roof, we haven't got any extra solar, we just got the AGM battery under the bed, which is a big heavy bastard anyway. And that's alright.
We'll give you a whip around the canopy.
Yeah.
And show you what's in the back of that.
Show you what's in the back of the canopy, and yeah, hopefully that rear axle doesn't come in hefty. Let's have a look. Oh, just step over the drawbar there. Oscar. Ooh. Oh, getting old. Yeah, we just got a drawer in here. I fabbed up a frame up the back there. Put the travel oven up there with the step-up converter, wired it into a little box in the back here, and wired that box back to the battery. Battery's a 200 amp lithium, which is a big way battery. Also got the DC to DC charger, the Victron MPPT, which is coming from the roof solar. Inverter, 2000 watt Kings. Kings?
No, not
Always
Kings.
say Kings. It's a kick-ass inverter.
You can keep your Kings. There's a onboard water there that runs around the hose down and flicks out the back of the ute.
Which I'm thinking we're going to have to be very, very mindful of when we use that water jug. Maybe just when we're a bit more remote, we just got to be careful with our weights. Hopefully we've got enough to run that water jug full time so we can wash our hands and do whatever we want to do off the back of the ute.
That's right, when we're cooking our ham and cheese, we can wash our dannies, you know?
Yeah. I've also got the Starlink Mini, which I'm going to put on the roof. I bought a dishy mount, which the Starlink Mini sits in, and it's magnetised, so I can put it up on the car roof, and I've wired it in through the back of the canopy, in through a remote cut-off switch. So it comes with a couple of remotes. I just bought it off Amazon. It was about 40 bucks. I've wired it into the battery with a fuse, so I can basically turn it off from wherever I want. I could be laying in bed and go, oh, that's enough for tonight. Click, turn the Starlink off.
It doesn't draw a hell of a lot of power, but power's power.
Yeah. So you don't really want to leave your Starlink running all night, and you don't want to have to pause it on the app or anything like that. With that remote cut-off, I can just turn it off, and it's just like cutting the power off. So far, initial testing, it works really good. I might show you that in an upcoming video because this is more about the weights, not about the equipment. But we'll have a look at that one in the future. If you're interested in it, send us a message. I'll tell you about it. Wasn't that hard if I can do it.
Oh, I can tell you, anybody can do it if you can do it.
No worries. We've also got our tables in here. We've made up a bit of a custom sort of side piece here, so we can just slot the tables in. We've just got a strap there where we can put the tables in and strap her in, and they are sturdy as a rock.
Okay, what's in the drawer?
What's in the drawer? See, at the moment she's pretty bloody heavy. That's not an invert. Induction cooktop, pan, gas bottle, torque wrench for the wheels, a few tools and bits and pieces, coffee station, cooking utensils, reciprocating saw blades. I'm not sure why they're there, but
Because the reciprocator is in the wing.
that'll be why. That was the compromise from not taking my chainsaw. We bought a Zito reciprocator. It's got a 2-year warranty, so we can go out and pound the absolute pisser out of it. See how we go. How good. Integrated soap holder. Hopefully that doesn't leak everywhere. I put this little thing on the other day. Well, Graham put this on the other day. Check that out.
That's so, when you're on a hill, your drawer doesn't slide back in.
Yeah.
Go back and forth on you.
Because when I got this ute, the King's drawer no stopper, no nothing. I pulled the drawer out, the drawer kept going. So we had to put that in, and it's just got a little button. Look. Oh, how good. Just a little Amazon purchase, that one.
And hopefully we can keep that drawer.
I'd like to be able to keep that drawer. If we've got to modify a few things, there's a few things we can sort of do here. I'll just take the drawer out altogether. That'll probably save 20 kilos, and I'll just run lightweight tubs underneath. I don't want to because I really like that drawer. If we have to, we'll do what we got to do. Also got the fishing rod holder up the top there. And if you can see that, the body boards are up there.
They're pretty light, and they'll be a lot of fun around Australia.
Yeah.
Because we do like a bit of a surf, but we can't fit the surfboards in because they're too long and awkward and be a pain in the ass.
Because I need a mini mower to carry this frame. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, so all in all, let's get this pig weighed.
Yep.
We've got full gas, full water, full everything.
Yep, so we'll just see where we're at and we'll go from there. That's the whole point of doing this sort of thing. So when you do get weighed before you go, if you need to modify things, you can get it done. You just need to know that legally you're bloody close to where you need to be and you're not exceeding the limits, so you're not going to get yourself in trouble.
And your weight distribution is right where it needs to be.
So even if you're one of those guys that says, I don't need to get weighed, I know what I'm doing, they'll put it on the scales and they'll tell you where your weight distribution is. So they can tell you from front to back, centre, side to side, individual axles, where your weight is. So you can actually balance your ute, balance your van.
So your toes are like a drain.
It'll make for a beautiful towing experience. Plus you get your tow ball weight, which is hard to do when you're over a weighbridge to get that accurate. And you can get everything running smoothly. All right, we'll pack all this back up and we'll get on the scales and see what we've got.
What's going on with that mow there? It looks a bit off on the old ratio.
The other day, I was sitting there eating smoko, and I thought, what's that bloody wiry stuff in my food? Hang on a minute, it's my moustache. So I got the clippers out, give it a bit of a trim, but I may have went one size a little bit down. What do you do? Don't worry, it'll be grown back by this afternoon. I also took the Colorado into Diesel Tune Adelaide and got a mild tune done to it. So they've remapped it, so it gives it a bit extra power and a bit extra torque. And that will bloody come in handy, and so far, that's been working well. I reckon probably an extra, conservatively, at least an extra 20% more power. And we're going to need it with this Colorado because it's going to get more use than your corner knock shop. So,
corner knock shop.
All right.
It also gets a fuel economy as well.
Yeah, supposedly better fuel economy. One other thing that just adds that little touch of weight is I've upgraded the tow hitch from the stand. I've got the Heyman and Reese adjustable hitch, which just allows you to bump that hitch level up to the right height so you can level your van out with your car, because that is a bloody important thing. You don't want to be going nose down or nose up because it will change your weights considerably. So that's just another little upgrade. It does weigh about bloody 20 kilos.
She's heavy.
But yeah, other than that,
we do have a ARC 500 jockey wheel that adds a little bit of weight.
It does.
I do like that because when I'm telling Beasthead here to back up over the pin, if I'm off, I can actually get it and give it the beans and put it back over the pin and drop it down.
Drop it on the pin. That does help because my reversing skills are sometimes lacking.
Old Ham Hands is in here. We'll rip you around the front. Bonjour.
Oh, g'day. I'm just playing around in the front here. We've got a few things set up in the front. Got the rear vision camera set up on the dash on a quad lock mount, so I can just take it off and throw it in the back. That's what's wired into the bottle holder in the back there. I'll put a 12 volt plug on it so I can just take it off and sling it in the back and just unplug it. I've also got my quad lock phone mount up there. We've got the iCheck tyre pressure monitors. I wish we'd waited bloody 10 minutes and we could have got the upgraded version with the backlight and all that, but right, whatever. Also got the UHF. She's just wired in. Got the standard whip on the front. That works all right, but that bloody Oricon one, for some reason, in the Colorado, it gets static feedback from the radio.
Yeah, brilliant.
Good, yeah. So, how good.
We also got some big ass cup holders. Have a look at the size of these monsters.
Thanks to Jono for giving us the cup holders. There's a bit of a going away gift there and a couple of Yeti cups.
Yeah, thanks, Cobber.
Yeah, they'll come in handy. We also did that. I put a bit of a custom seat bolt mount cup holder on the floor there, just because the Colorado cup holders, as you know,
are the absolute worst design in the world.
If you own a Colorado or an Isuzu this year, the cup holders, when they were designing those in the factory, the bloke that designed that,
He needs a good slap in the face.
stupid. Absolutely stupid. But, hey, if that's my only gripe, I'll work around it. Other than that, she's pretty stock standard in here. It's all good. Besides, oh, have a look at these. These Razorback seat covers. Expensive, but you know what?
They fit mint.
They fit perfectly, and Jesus, I can't complain. Probably the best seat cover I've ever had.
Because we are going to slop the hell out of them.
Yeah, we needed them. I've also got some Bedrock floor mats coming, the ones that go right up the side and right up the front, full plastic. We're going to make a mess. All right. Let's get it laid.
I was just sitting there checking the phone, wondering why the weigher was a bit late. But you're not going to believe this. It's tomorrow. I've messed up the dates.
Old Willy Puller ears got the days wrong.
Yeah. I was too excited about getting the house tidied up and all the painting and mulching and gardening and everything else. I mixed up the days.
It's lucky we're only about 3 minutes from home, so it's not a big deal. But
yeah. Whoopsie, that's definitely me bad.
oh well, I guess we'll go home and try again tomorrow.
I guess we'll go get some breakfast then. Yeah.
I'm just happy that it wasn't me that stuffed up.
Oh, that's one in the column for Graham. That's check. Idiot. Oopsie daisy. What a fool. Oh, let's go get some breakfast. See you tomorrow. What an idiot. Ah, well. What do you do? What do you do? Sometimes you just nuff stuff up. Ah! We're back on the right day today. Whoops, my bad. The sun is shining though, and we're not at work, so fantastic. And it gave us a chance to fit the stone stopper last night because it came in the mail yesterday afternoon. I think that's great. Little addition. Expensive, but it looks pretty premium, so we'll put it through its paces. All right, that's enough messing around. Let's get this thing done. All going well?
So far so good. We've got the ute weighed and she come in right on the number. So we might be able to jettison a few things, move a few things around, and we'll be laughing. We're not going to lose 15 kilos in the next couple of weeks, so
There's no doubt about that.
we're just getting our balls weighed.
Our balls weighed?
Toe ball weight coming up.
I think that's pretty good. Everything's green, so you're moving forward on everything. It's not absurd any way, shape or form.
Beautiful.
There's all your weight buckets.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
We've still got a bit of thinking to do, I reckon, and we can move a few things around and play with a few things, but this gives us a damn good baseline where to start.
That's it.
So it's definitely worth doing. Get it weighed.
Overweight, checkmate.
Perfect.
Beautiful. There you go.
Sweet as. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Love it.
Okay, how did we go? Run me through it.
Well,
I can't read, so you're going to have to read.
We're definitely on our limits with the ute. There's no question about that. Holden, Colorado, 2017.
We are right on it.
Yeah, we were right on it.
We're green now, but yeah, we had to move a few things.
Yeah, the actual GVM of the ute was 2880. The compliance is 3150. But here's the kicker. With that, with all the stuff in the back, the rear axle come in at 1430. Max weight is 1850. But then you chuck the van on with the tow ball, 1840. Not much to play with. So she's pretty much bang on her limits. Same as the front axle. As it sits right now, the front axle comes in at 1450. And the limit is 1450.
Ooh, with us fat bastards in it.
So yeah, we might have a few things we need to just move around a bit and get rid of. But as far as the van goes, ATM of the van, so what the actual van weighs as it sits, 2750 is the actual number. The ATM on the compliance plate, 2750.
Oh, it is bang on it.
It is bang on the weight.
We're
But-
moving some stuff in there.
Yeah.
Just to sneak it down a smidgen.
And that's the problem, is you can accumulate weight very quickly in that van. We've actually had to move a couple of things out to get to that weight.
Oh, we could have just kept stacking shit in
Yeah,
there.
there's
No
that much
question.
room in these vans. You can just keep loading it up and loading it up, but you'll go over real quick.
Yeah, you've got to be careful.
So we had to take a couple of things out to get to this weight. And some water was one of them. We had to drain some water out of that front tank just to get to the weight. So
Yeah, so we might have to travel with one tank of water only and fill up when we get to site. Or
but if that's the way it's got to be, well, then that's the way it's got to be. But
yeah, whatever.
we'll see how much weight we can actually lose out of the van first. But we'll see how we go. Overall, though, pretty good. GCM, the gross combo mass, so car and van together going down the road. Our compliance is 6 tonnes, so that's what we can have. Our actual is 5660. So that's all good.
Not bad. Green.
See, that's a green. So we're all green, but when it comes to our limit, we're close.
Yeah.
So
that's all right.
it's
That's
definitely
fine.
worth getting weighed and seeing where you're at, because then at least you can get a baseline. If you were miles over, then you know your stuff from the start. But if you're close, then you can move a few things, modify a few things just to make it right.
I bet you 90% of you buggers are over.
But we know we're legal at what we got now, so we can go from there. We would like to think,
We don't think.
we don't think, we would like to thank Overweight Checkmate for coming out and giving us away.
Bloody good sense of humour. Loves a laugh. So he fit in well with us two turkeys.
Do you know what I think of when I think of Overweight Checkmate?
What might that be?
Checkmates. Do you know what that is?
I know what that is. That is an adult entertainment facility in the city. No, I don't know what that is.
No.
Never been.
That is an adult venue. It's on Peary Street, I think. No, it's on Peary Street. All right. Thanks for joining us on this one.
If you're stuck in this long, you've done bloody well, because we are a bunch of fools. There's no question about it.
Yeah, that's true. If you've got any questions about our setup or what we've actually done to get our weights right, hit us a message in the comments. We'll be glad to tell you. It's all good. We're not hiding anything.
Nah.
It's all weird. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us on this one.
All right, we'll catch you in the next one, eh?
Cheers.